Shalom, Kohalo, Yahabashim Yahusha. Says stores, malls, restaurants to shut early in Egypt for 2 weeks, including EID, as Cairo battles resurgent. Charlie. It says Egypt's prime minister has announced a new set of restrictions that will run for a fortnight to slow down the spread of the V during the last days of Ramadan and the EID celebrations to follow. It says from tomorrow, May 6th to May 21st, we will close all shops, malls, cafes, restaurants, cinemas, and theaters at 9 o'clock in the evening to greatly reduce crowding witnessed in these places. It says large gatherings and concerts will also be banned over the period. It says the government's decision comes as the V begins to spread again in Egypt and amid fears of one of the most important dates in the Islamic calendar, further excurbiating the problem. So, there's no work that Egypt can do, because it's gonna come with job closures for a little bit. The mirth is ceasing. Salakia. So let's get some scriptures. It say, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his place. It says the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. In the heart of Egypt, which is spiritually the heart of this place, America, which is Babylon the Great, which is also spiritually Egypt, is melting. It says, and I will set the Egyptian. This is how the Lord is going to melt. How he's going to melt the heart of Egypt. It says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and you already got that. You got the Democrats, the Republicans. You got so-called black versus so-called white. You got just infighting everywhere. But it's going to increase more and more. It says, and shit now. You got the maxed out versus the unmaxed. They got a section. At certain stadiums where, the ones that got the max, they can watch the game. The ones that don't got the max, they can watch the game in their respective sections. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. It says, the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and the so-called wise man of this kingdom are seeking to their idols, that demon worship. It says, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. So the Lord is destroying the counsel of Egypt. They scrambling. They trying to cover up their tracks, as you can see. They making this shit up as they go, and we can see that because we have the truth. But the rest of these people, they're still blinded. So that's why they're going along with the madness. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hands of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts, the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua of hosts. This is a cruel Lord, and that the Lord is cruel, lowercase L, because the draconian laws that they set in place. We'll skip down some. It says, verse 8, it says, the fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the water shall languish, because it's going to be a great famine. Food is going to be scarce. It says, moreover, they that work in fine flax, and they that have weaved networks shall be confounded. It says, surely the princes of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings. They're becoming brutish, because the Lord is destroying the counsel thereof. In verse 3, they're becoming let's get a word for brutish right there. It says, stupid. It says to be stupid. Yep, dual-hearted. So let's go back to that verse. It says, they are become brutish. Pharaoh has become brutish. The counselors of Pharaoh has become brutish. You know, so they don't have any more wisdom. It says, where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell thee now, and let them know that the Lord of hosts hath proposed it upon Egypt. It says, the princes of Zoan are become foolish, or become fools. The princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt. They're seducing the people of Egypt by these spells and stuff. You know, that deception that they depend on. This is even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. It says, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Because these people drunk out this Babylon juice. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Exactly what we got in this article. They closing all these businesses, stores, malls, restaurants to shut early in Egypt for 2 weeks. And they've been doing this the whole pandemic, so it's gonna continue. It ain't going nowhere. They said it themselves that this pandemic ain't going nowhere. These billionaires, they made billions off this thing, man. So it ain't going nowhere. All right, and we know it's not going nowhere because, roughly paraphrasing, if Babylon, we would have healed Babylon, but she cannot be healed. You know, forsake her. Roughly paraphrasing, but let me see. Let's also get Isaiah 24:8. It says, the mirth of the tabret ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. You know, so the heathen, you know, with 2/3, all that, you know, that partying spirit, that mirth is gone. It's slowly leaving this place. It said, and you know, one of the elders had went into that you can't even dance at a wedding no more. It says the joy of the harp ceaseth. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And the grinding is ceasing. You know, they closing down these stores and stuff. So it's a decrease in jobs. You know. Abarat is out of Zedifan. Call Lo Yahabashim al Shah Shalom.